How it is, 420 Army. It's your boy Liam 2020, and I know it's been a month since I last uploaded on this channel because that's the thing when you have two channels, it's kind of hard to like alternate back and forth between. But I figured I'm gonna rank the Uncharted games from my least favorite to my number one favorite since the movie comes out in exactly 27 days, and I'm so hyped to see that. And I did see the leaked plane scene, which we'll talk about that anyway. Let's just get into the ranking, and let me know in the comments how you'd rank the Uncharted games. Okay. My least favorite is Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, which you might be wondering, why is this your least favorite? Well, it's my least favorite for a couple reasons, actually. Because we see Sully in that bar alongside Chloe Fraser and Charlie Cutter. They just have it where Cutter breaks his ankle, and neither he or Chloe make it to Atlantis of the Sands. And we don't see Charlie Cutter in Uncharted 4, even though he is briefly mentioned. And or even Lost Legacy either. But yeah, I really hope if Cutter's not in the Uncharted movie, then I don't know, you just wasted him entirely. And now I did read that they originally were supposed, I think Chloe and Cutter were supposed to make it, but then the guy who did Cutter had to do something else, and also the guy who does Cutter was actually Lazarevich in Uncharted 2, but yeah, also the boss fight at the end was also kind of weak because you don't fight Marlowe, you fight against Talbot. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you fight Talbot instead of Marlowe? Because you're supposed to fight the number one head enemy of the game. Yeah, that's just pathetic. Even though the grenade toss where you could throw your grenades back at your enemies is kind of cool, but yeah, I mean, this game's not like god awful. It's just nah. But yeah, that's 3. It's my least favorite. Coming in next, fourth best is Uncharted 1, Drake's Fortune. Which, yeah, this was actually a nice way to kick off the series. Nate and Sully being friends, and like basically Nate hanging out with Elena. I had to go looking for El Dorado, which actually I think I did see a movie once called Road to El Dorado. I have seen it, but I don't remember much about it. But I wouldn't really call this a ripoff of that because it's more of a unique style. Like, it was not this game, it's a cursed statue, and even though there were so many tough parts, like, jeez, there's so much mangling and weirdness, but yeah, there's not very much else to say about this other than it was a decent start to the series. Coming in at my third favorite is Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, which I do have that as a standalone along with the Nathan Drake collection. Why is Uncharted 4 my third favorite? Is because we actually get to see a little bit of Nate's backstory. Because obviously that prologue scene we see at the beginning of the game, like even when Nate was a kid, and then even at the beginning when he's in that Panamanian jail, which was actually mentioned at the beginning of Uncharted 1. He was kind of referencing that, because obviously this prison scene happened before Uncharted 1 through 3. And we've learned about Nate having a brother, which about obviously it's Sam. And when I played a little bit of 4 before I went back to Uncharted 1 through 3, and when I was playing them I was like, I'm guessing Sam must have been was still in prison during the events of these games, because he didn't appear in those. But yeah, it really had them going on the quest to find Avery's treasure, many bloodlines. It was good. It actually would have been a little bit better if when Sam tells Nate that Alcazar story, where Hector Alcazar broke him out of jail and that's how he came back. It would have been better. This game would have been a little better if that story actually were true, and then at the final boss fight with Rafe was actually like both Rafe and like a 3-way battle between Sam, Rafe, and Alcazar. That would have made this game a little bit better. So basically, that means at the part when Rafe reveals that he was the one who got Sam out of prison, either Sam and Nate are able to escape, or Rafe realizes, oh shit, you gotta save him, or they just go batshit crazy, and then, yeah, there's so much liar reveal trope in this game, even like, and it would have been a little better if Nate didn't lie to Elena about going on that. Or he could have. That still could have potentially worked, but yeah. I'm just gonna take a sip from this. Or if when he calls Elena and says, "Hey, I have this brother who has 3 months to find a treasure, else the guy who broke him out of prison is gonna kill him. So I'm gonna help him find this treasure." I'm pretty sure Elena would have just been like, okay. It would have just been like, okay, I'll join. It could have been that simple. Or better yet, they could have also made it where Elena doesn't find out at all. Or would they still need that? But yeah. Either way, third best. My second favorite is Uncharted 2 Among Thebes, which this is my second favorite because it introduces Chloe Fraser, best character in Uncharted, aside from Nate. But if I had to rank all my Uncharted characters, I think I'd go Chloe, Nate. Sully was kind of cool. Like, I actually know I think it'd be Chloe, Sully, Nate, Elena. But yeah. Really, yeah, Chloe was like really good in this game. It's like, damn, she's the best character since, you get the points. And basically, Chloe started double crossing. Nate is like, yeah, that's savage. Even though that stuff doesn't really work, but I thought it was kind of fun. And then it was so, even seeing Elena again was like, wow. I didn't think she'd be in it. I kind of thought she'd be in it because I saw like Uncharted 1 through 4 Nate and Elena scenes, and when Chloe sees that, it was kind of funny. Although, if Elena's cameraman Jeff hadn't got shot by Lazarevich, I don't know if that's one way it could have been better, but either way, this was still my second favorite game. The number one favorite game is Lost Legacy. Yes, a spin-off that doesn't suck. Even the Fast and Furious movies don't have a spin-off that doesn't suck. Same thing for, Star Wars, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Solo, but I saw Rogue One. I thought it was decent. But this spin-off doesn't suck. You put Chloe in the main focus. It's like, holy shit. Her story is like, it really has you wanting to get that Tusk of Ganesh. Even seeing Sam come back was actually kind of nice because it's like, oh shit, they brought back Sam because we technically have a Drake in this game, even if he isn't the Drake. Yeah. And the final boss fight with a saw, even though he does try to deliver a bomb to a town, but at least they actually managed to stop him. And the bomb didn't make it there. I only count it as acceptable if stuff like this acceptable is if they don't make it. If they do make it, then it's unacceptable, which actually GTA 5 had something like this where they steal a device from a pond or a river. They were told to put it back, which they did. That's why I count this stuff acceptable. But yeah, that's basically my ranking of the Uncharted games. Let me know in the comments how you'd rank them from your least favorite to your number one favorite. And see, most of the gameplay was actually fairly decent. It was actually fairly easy. I didn't really die as much in this one. Actually, Lost Legacy was actually the shortest. Really good, yeah. that's basically it. So please like, sub, and peace.